Hello and thanks for joining us on Queensland Weekender. My adventure begins today on the Sunshine Coast at Noosa's North Shore, and ahead of us lie more than 70 kilometres of glorious golden sand. It's called the Great Beach Drive, and of course the only way to experience it is in one of these, a four-wheel drive. So I'll be sharing this beautiful seaside road trip with you a little later in the show.
Also coming up,
a bargain family holiday in the Whitsundays.
one of the best spots to enjoy a sundowner.
Yes, cheers everybody.
Cheers.
And Lee Castledine joins us to scale great heights.
Had a few slips already, but we're nearly at the top.
But first, here's Bridget.
Families with children, listen up. I have found a place in the Whitsundays where you won't blow your savings, but you will blow those high octane energy levels that kids seem to have in abundance, leaving you to enjoy some well-deserved relaxation. It all sounds too good to be true, doesn't it? Adventure Whitsundays Resort is a Big Four tourist park in Airlie Beach, a frisbee throw away from the centre of town. The value is fantastic. As little as $36 per night for a grassy spot to pitch your tent, or a slabbed one if you're towing a van. An en-suited site is just $20 extra. Cabins start at the bargain price of $95, through to 3-bedroom cabins offering 2 bathrooms and a very spacious living and dining area for $240 a night. Even though the waters of the Whitsundays are almost lapping at your door, you could easily arrive and never leave the resort because everything you need for a great holiday is right here. There is so much to do. Now girls, are we racing or not, or just cruising? Just cruising. Trikes aren't the only thing to keep kids on the go. Adventure Whitsundays is the only resort on the mainland offering a kids club program every Saturday and 3 times a week during the school holidays. But free to enjoy any time, giant jumping pillows, a playground, putt-putt, tennis, and a lagoon with water slides. Okay, this is a regular occurrence. For a gold coin donation that goes to a good charity, you get the best, thank you, brekkie ever, pancakes by the pool. These look great, thank you. Maple syrup or lemon and sugar, who doesn't enjoy a fresh pancake? Okay, so what's your favourite thing to do in the park?
Swim.
Swim. Here at the pool.
Yeah, go down the slide.
And you fall into bed exhausted at night time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like how they have the petting zoo as well.
The petting zoo.
They have baby worms.
Baby worms.
Yeah.
I thought you said worms. Definitely no worms, but you will find plenty of cute critters to make friends with. Like this gorgeous lamb, Molly. She's just 5 weeks old.
Little Dorper sheep.
It's a labour of love for owner Greg McKinnon. He and his family have had the park for 24 years. And, much to children's delight, introduced the petting zoo about a year ago.
You look around here and the kids have never touched little sheep before, never fed a bottle. And that's just one of the little things we do. But then you've got the beautiful Whitsundays, you've got the islands.
But you hardly need to even go and look at them. There are so many happy, smiling faces just here in the park.
That's what we tried to create. It was exactly what we tried to create, a destination in its own right. And the Whitsundays is a great advantage that we have as well.
If you did want to go exploring, RACQ offer members hot deal savings up to 20% on a number of Whitsunday experiences. So jump online and do some research. The Big Four Adventure Whitsunday Resort makes a holiday to this beautiful region affordable. Have a look at their website for prices and bookings. Just when you thought you couldn't possibly fit another activity into your busy day, they have got Cinema Under the Stars, the most perfect way to finish your day.
Coming up after the break, Man versus Mountain with Lee Castledine.
I'm going to jump off one of the glasshouse mountains and see what happens. The Glasshouse Mountains are an iconic group of volcanic peaks that rise sharply from the Sunshine Coast hinterland. And while the view is great down here, it's even better up there. The Glasshouse Mountains National Park on the Sunshine Coast is just over an hour's drive from Brizzy. What a beautiful day.
Fantastic.
I'm trying my hand at mountain climbing today with the experienced crew from Pinnacle Sports. I think we're good to go. Mason has 20 years of climbing experience under his belt, and Alex is their youngest guide. Mountain Gun Gun, or as they say in the climbing circles, Gun Gun, is just one of the 11 peaks that make up the Glasshouse Mountains. Tibrogargan and Mount Beerwah, everyone knows those, but Gun Gun, although it's not the highest, it's said to have the best views. It's beautiful, isn't it?
Oh, it's absolutely amazing.
The walking track to the top is under 3 kilometres and it's pretty easy. No fancy gear required either.
Probably not a bad spot to take in the view and grab a quick drink.
What mountain do we have over here?
We've got Mount Tibrogargan over there, as climbers call it, Tibro. Yeah, we like to shorten everything out.
Makes it all worthwhile, doesn't it?
Amazing, isn't it?
Hey?
Can never get sick of this view.
So this is what it looks like, 253 metres above sea level. Awesome 360-degree views to take in. Up here, Mason and Alex start to rig the lines, ready for my cliff face climb. You're going to take me through this, mate, because I'm a bit worried. There's only one piece of rope that's keeping me alive here.
Yeah, that's all right. That rope could hold up your car, so
Okay.
no worries. So you're right here, Lee. We've got a nut. It's wedged in the crack there, nice and solid. Climbers, we like to call that bomber. So it means that the placement's bomb-proof, so it can hold anything. In front of us, we've got the nursery cliffs. These are about 20, 25 metres high. They're like sort of beginner cliffs, so you've got nice, big, juggy holds, which are really solid, and you're just climbing up it just like a ladder.
Beginners?
Yeah.
That doesn't look like a beginner to me, mate.
It's all relative. You'll be fine.
Only a matter now of hooking the line up to my harness. If you don't know how to tie knots, tie lots. That's what I got told.
Go for it, mate.
All right.
Emily's got you on belay. Have fun.
Trust you, Emily. How's my heartbeat going? Got a monitor on me at the moment. Oh, should have stretched before.
The formula is really just little footsteps.
Gotcha.
And then moving your arms.
About 3 metres into my climb. And sorry about the pun, but I've already hit a wall.
If you can just reach your hand in the crack and squeeze your hand.
Takes it out of you too. The muscles that you use in this are so different from the muscles that you use in everyday situations. And even when you go to the gym or going for a run, you cramp up something shocking. And that's probably because I'm 40 years of age too, so. Once at the top, there's no climbing over the edge to solid ground because what goes up must come down. All right, hey guys, I'm done up there. Wasn't too bad actually climbing up, but now I've got to lean back, put my feet back, and trust the process, which is what I'm doing now. Ah, that's it. All right.
And just relax.
I'm relaxing, okay? Yeah, thanks for the nice, easy one to start, guys. Yeah, all the hard work's done. And apparently now all I've got to do is sit back and relax and let them do all the work and take in these beautiful views. Pinnacle Sports is based in Brisbane but offers adventures in various locations. Jump online to check out their courses. There's even a kids climbing program. Ah, yes.
There we go.
There we go. Wow. So not a bad one to start with.
No, you're getting
Took me
there.
about half an hour to get up, but the good thing was coming on the way back down. It only took a couple of minutes. And
Yeah,
I
you
had
did
a
well,
chance to
mate.
relax and just to take in that beautiful view.
That's it. That's what it's all about, the view.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah. And no poopy pants.
Hang on, just check. No, you're right.
Planning on a trip soon? Well, now's a fabulous time to save on the journey with Queensland Rail travel. They're offering fares for just $29 for travel between Brisbane and Bundaberg, or $49 between Brisbane and Rockhampton. Yes, they're itty-bitty out-of-the-city fares. Jump on the Queensland Rail travel website before March the 5th to book. Conditions apply.
If you're like me and you love getting off-road, particularly with sand under your tyres, Queensland is home to one of the longest and the prettiest stretches of sandy highway. That's coming up after the break.
name is Marina, and I live in the town of Oakey, which is about half an hour outside of Toowoomba.
Anna Marina is an acclaimed singer who put her career on hold to start a family and an alpaca farm.
She looks pretty good.
Yeah, she's still nice and fine.
Yeah, beautiful, long, flat locks. You're actually at the home of Shahrazai alpaca, and we have around about 250 alpacas.
Her husband Mark runs the farm and is also the local high school teacher.
My little boys are Joshua, who is 3, and Tristan, who is 5, and they're a little bit crazy.
Anna Marina's greatest achievement was playing Christine in Phantom of the Opera alongside Anthony Warlow. She's started performing again, but these days it's in the studio.
Doing my own album was one of those dreams that I really wanted to achieve as well. It was totally the most fulfilling thing that I've ever done creatively.
When she's not in the studio, she likes to sing to the alpacas.
I am in your glow, I am in your tears, in your tears.
Queensland can boast it has the top 3 largest sand islands in the world: Fraser, North Stradbroke and Moreton Island. They top any list of great ocean drives.
And why not add to that the Great Beach Drive, connecting 2 Sunshine Coast beauties, Noosa with Rainbow Beach? I mean, really, how can you beat this wave-washed sandy highway? It's stunning.
The Great Beach Drive stretches from Noosa North Shore up to Double Island Point and on to Rainbow Beach, clocking up around 70 kilometres.
Just beautiful. You've got the stunning Pacific Ocean rolling in on one side and this natural bushland on the other.
You can self-drive if you want, or opt for a guided journey. Great Beach Drive four-wheel drive tours offer full-day and overnight trips. Behind the wheel is our guide Greg Lewis, a passionate four-wheel driver who swapped his corporate job in Brisbane to follow his dream of a sea change on the Sunshine Coast.
How does it make you feel, Greg? I feel like we've left all the cares behind us.
Yeah, it's certainly one of my favourite things to do. I really find that it's such a great way to unwind, to come down and drive along this beautiful beach. And certainly when I've brought a lot of my friends and family camping up here for the first time, I usually say when we hit the beach at Noosa North Shore there, rightio, take your watches off, turn your phones off. From now we live by the sun, the moon and the tides.
That's a very good rule to abide by. I love that.
Checking the tides is a vital step before attempting this drive. There are a lot of four-wheel drivers who run into trouble.
50 cars a year still coming to grief on the rocks there at Mudlow Rocks.
I suppose that's the beauty of a guided tour. You don't have to worry about a thing. There's plenty to catch your eye on the drive, but it's the dramatic colour change of sand that flags our first stop.
Tell me the story behind this.
They believe the Red Canyons formed over around about 600,000 to 700,000 years ago.
Made entirely of compressed sand, it's a slash of red carved into the hills, a taste of the red desert heart of Australia.
What is it that gives the sand this beautiful colour?
So the sand's very high in iron, so it's the main mineral that's been washed up here over time, and then as the salt air is exposed to those minerals, it then corrodes the iron, which gives off that rusty kind of appearance.
This must blow international tourists away.
Oh, they're amazed. They don't see this anywhere in the world. A very special place.
Wheels back on the sand, our next stop is a 15-minute run up to the Double Island Point Lighthouse. The Great Beach four-wheel drive crew are the only operators with key access to the top. What a privilege. And what a quaint-looking lighthouse.
Double Island Point Lighthouse. Perfect.
The lighthouse was prefabricated in England and then placed over here in 1884. It ran continuously up till 1992 when it became fully automated, so there was no need for a lighthouse keeper after that time.
The The Noosa Parks Association volunteers keep it shipshape these days. As for the views,
This is a bit hard to beat, isn't it? What we can see practically back to Noosa.
Yeah, we can see Noosa National Park that way, and we can see around about 30 kilometres up Fraser Island this way. So.
some of the best kept secrets of this coastline are revealed on the tour. Our lunch spot is another.
And so this is lunch in Honeymoon Bay.
This is
All
lunch
I'm
in
missing
Honeymoon
is the
Bay.
groom.
Honeymoon Bay is blessed with a calm saltwater lagoon, wonderful for families who are after a safe bay for swimming. The towering cliffs that stand as a backdrop to Honeymoon Bay are next to explore.
Wow, look at that, isn't it pretty?
More than 40 different shades of sand are in these iconic cliffs. I won't count them. But as part of the tour, Greg shows off their vibrancy by mixing them with water.
So when I look at these colours, it really conjures up a lot of imagery of Indigenous artwork. It's a very popular party trick with the children.
Enough to inspire the artist in all of us. And we're promised more golden shades on our last stop up ahead.
Well, guys, I can't think of a nicer place to end a fabulous day.
Carlo's Sandblow at Rainbow Beach is where we end our adventure. The first step to start your trip with Great Beach Drive four-wheel drive tours is by jumping on their website for all the info.
It's a pity to spread the word, but I guess we should, shouldn't we? Yes, cheers, everybody.
And I'll have more from beautiful Rainbow Beach after the break.
You're back with Queensland Weekender here at Rainbow Beach, and what a glorious day I've woken up to. Well, yesterday I took in the coast by four-wheel drive. Today it's going to be something entirely different. But first of all, let's have a look around town.
Located 3 hours north of Brisbane, Rainbow Beach is an idyllic spot for those in search of a slower pace. Its simple main street meets all your holiday needs. And if your morning grind is important to you, Coffee Rocks is the place for cappuccino sipping.
And when it comes to finding accommodation in town, there's something to suit every budget and everybody's taste. But tell me, who doesn't like a room with a view?
Plantation Resort offers 1, 2 and 3 bedroom self-contained apartments right opposite the beach. Very spacious and modern. Top level apartments boast a rooftop terrace with sweeping views of the ocean. And the beach running alongside it is where my four-legged adventure awaits.
It's just amazing.
It is, Kate, it is.
I had 4 wheels under me yesterday.
Yesterday on the beach, now you got
four legs and a tail.
This is the first four-wheel drive. The genuine four-wheel drive, single horsepower.
My mount is Destiny. She's just one of the well-natured horses in owner Andrew McCarthy's stable.
Tell me a little bit about your background, Andrew. You are so comfortable in the saddle.
I have spent a couple of hours in the saddle, Kate. Look, I grew up with horses as a tool, as a work tool, mustering as a kid. There'll be some days I finished primary school and Dad will be out the front of the school with a horse.
For generations, Andrew's family has run a local cattle operation. So his horses are as experienced at mustering under helicopters as they are walking on the beach.
Woo! We lost the will to proceed there.
Rainbow Beach is named after the iconic rainbow-coloured sand cliffs towering off in the distance and has a 20-kilometre stretch of golden sand to ride on.
You ride along a pristine beach, quiet, it's nature. People come off the ride, they're just quiet. It's like they're invigorated, but they're lost for words. They just absorb it in through their skin.
Yeah, very peaceful, very zen.
Rainbow Beach horse rides offer all kinds of experiences in the saddle, picnic rides through to ones under a full moon. All levels of experience are catered for. Plantation Resort, located opposite the beach, is a great place to base yourself in Rainbow Beach. The apartments are perfect for a self-catering holiday. But if you fancy a night away from the kitchen, right next door is Arco's on the beach. Set among the twinkly lights, their specialty is homemade pasta, wood-fired pizzas, and it's BYO. One quick little reminder to add, and that's to bookmark our webpage. You can also keep up with us on Facebook and Instagram. 3 other great websites we frequently use are queensland.com, RACQ, and the Queensland Rail travel websites.
Well, after a couple of hours in the saddle, you won't be surprised to hear I've got weary bones and I've worked up quite an appetite. This bowl of homemade pasta and some local prawns is just the ticket. But that's all we have time for this week on Queensland Weekender. I hope you've enjoyed the show and join us again next time.